breakfast puppies, dinner puppies, lunch puppies. Ain't no thing. I'll dust all them puppies because I'm Gerrymander. I'm the farmer over here. I got all your dusting puppy needs.
This podcast contains adult language and content and is meant for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Down on the Gulf Coast after the bombs fly, 200 years already gone by, but lurk and snap fang are on the menu at almost every Benville Square venue. The overseer is NPC. The players Jacob, Xander, Dr. K, and Bobby Beaujolais in the Big Easy try to stay alive in the fallout of Uranium Moonpie.
Dr. Xander Gerrymander, what are we drinking today?
We are making a drink that I actually made for the Oregon Bartenders Guild Repeal Day party. I can now say last year, last month technically, and it is called the 3 Mile Limit. With Jacob probably knows what that is. For those who don't know, the 3 Mile Limit, because again it was a Prohibition era party, a Repeal Day party. The 3 Mile Limit was the initial limit outside of the U.S. territorial waters that the U.S. had no actual authority over, and so bootleggers and rum runners would just park at the 3 Mile Limit and just basically have open air liquor stores. They would have signs over the actual sides of the boats. You could actually go, nope, a little too high for me. Those are better prices. So the U.S. kept pushing international limits further and further, like through nefarious diplomatic means. I think it eventually got to like 10 or 12 miles or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a new product from the Victoria Distilling Company out of Victoria, Canada. This is the Empress Cucumber Gin. I heard cucumbers are very southern-y. And then I don't fucking know.
This was a last minute concoction, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it is their Bitter Bianca, which is their answer to the Bitter Bianco, I believe. Cardamom bitters. There was something else. I forgot. Anyways.
Bitter is a word that I would use. Yeah. Multiple times. Yeah.
Now, is this is a lemon peel, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Hot damn. That is... Ooh. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
It's... Wow. Whoa. I don't dislike it. I like the flavor profile, but damn, it's strong. Like flavor-wise and alcohol-wise, it's very strong.
Oh, it's nothing but alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna fuck me up.
I'm like, I kind of want to pour some soda, some fizzy soda.
Yeah,
Well, we
now
got
I
some
am
in front of you.
reconsidering Dr. K's offer of fizzy drinks.
Yeah. Hey, look at that.
Yeah. Keep that on hand. Get some lime.
Can I give a little?
Dr. K, both in game and out, the dealer of the day.
Here, hold on. Let me get a nice little fizzy water crack here.
Let's try some soda on here. Let's see what happens.
You know what I actually am kind of wondering is what would happen if you dropped some Fernet in it.
Ooh.
Not even, I'm talking eighth.
Adding the lime Soleil doesn't seem to change the profile much at all. Nope.
It is
Now I just
persistent.
have more of it. Don't get me wrong, by the way. I am not complaining. Bitter is something that I am totally fine with.
This is definitely a sipping cocktail.
Oh,
I know we
100%.
started our gaming session previously with a little more party cocktail, but now things are getting serious.
Things are getting serious. Yeah.
So this is a serious sipper.
Yeah.
Just wait for the next one.
Oh boy.
Anyway, speaking of things getting serious, I know that one's a tough pull. You're listening to Bikers, Dice, and Bars, recorded Portland, Oregon, back in hopeful continued action for 2025. I'm NPC.
I'm just Jacob.
Dr. Xander Gerrymander.
I am Poppy Beaujolais.
And again, we are joined by the newest addition to our gaming crew,
Dr. K.
Dr. K, medicine woman.
Oh, God. Oh, God. That was... No.
I'm sorry, it exists in my head now.
Yeah, I made that joke when you're out of the room, NPC. And then now we had to say it again because you're back in the room.
Oh, thanks. Just for you, 5 more years of hole.
No.
I'm so sorry.
It's the 5-year dungeon.
Go back. If you don't know what we're talking about, go back and listen to the character creation for Human Occupied Landfill.
Part 1 and 2.
Part 1 and 2. It was a 2-parter. That's
The
right.
character creation system so wild that it took 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I actually, was I in that? I don't remember.
No, because he likes you.
I couldn't remember if I was there for it or if I just blacked it and I just blacked it out or if I
wish I could black it out. That'd be really nice.
So that was before you actually joined the cast.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a while back. It was
Yeah.
in the early, the early
That must have been
days.
one of the first 3 episodes then, I
No.
think.
It was in our first year.
Yeah.
It was in the old studio
Yes.
with all of the wondrous echo from the brick that NPC is still stuns me that he was able to kill in the audio recording.
Oh, yeah. Solid brick room. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times.
Yep.
Speaking of fun times, let's resume where we left off in Fallout 2D20, our live play series. Last time, I believe Bone got addicted to drugs thanks to Crystal. And
Hey,
they
he didn't
were
have to take the drugs.
running away from some raiders on motorcycles.
Oh, and I think I just accidentally blew up Crystal's entire stash of illegal bootleg moonshine.
Yes.
Something blew up that she wasn't very happy about.
That did indeed happen.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
I don't know if I want these guys on my boat now.
And I think Mr. Whiskers and I eventually got on the boat.
Yes.
Oh, you got on, but Mr. Whiskers
Ran
was going
away.
to town on the bikers.
Oh, right.
yeah.
I was trying to get Mr. Whiskers to come back.
Yeah.
He will.
he kind of went off of his own accord and went ham on some bikes.
He's a good boy. He'll come back.
Well, let's get back to the action. The camera opens with that so slight hazy at the edges film effect, the universal indicator that a flashback is happening. It's a bright, sunny day, full of promise not often felt in this wasteland. For a rare few hours, the sky has shed its usual gray-orange, cloudy haze, and you can see honest-to-God blue up there, at least in a few splotches. The camera opens with Crystal on a very similar boat to the one that she was on just a few moments of gameplay ago, in a location very close to where she was just a few moments of gameplay ago. Like then, you're guiding this boat full of supplies to pretty much the same set of docks off the coast of Mississippi. You've just come through the swamp areas and you're working with the wagoners at this point, or maybe you're working with another group. We can figure those details out later. All that really matters is you're still in a boat, you're still a pilot, you're still delivering supplies, and it's still Mississippi coast, and the world is still fucked. You see the piers up ahead. Beyond that, you see the ruins of some former Mississippi city. You're pretty sure it's Biloxi. The boat shakes for a moment. Just slight shake, but it's enough that it wasn't a wave. You're certain. And then there's a splash, and you look to the side, and this very large hand reaches up over the side, attached to a big meaty arm, and just pulls itself up. And behind it comes the torso of a man, very large looking man, baldish, lots of tattoos all over his body. And he is pulling himself up out of the water. As he comes up, he gasps. Looks up at you as he pulls himself up further. Do you do anything?
Well, I would ask, who goes there?
He's looking around as he pulls himself up and finally rolls onto the deck, gasps a bit, coughs out some water, sees you, nods, looks around, and then reaches for your pole.
Well, I'm about to draw my weapon.
Okay. What weapon do you have on you?
Oh boy, let's double check. I'm pretty sure I have a pipe gun. That's good for close quarters, such as this. Yeah.
Pipe gun should be great.
All right.
Yeah. Now that you get a good look at him, he's barely clothed. He's just got like rags hanging off of his body. Fortunately, his junk is hidden. The important stuff. Covered in tattoos that look very crudely drawn and mostly faded. The ones that are of the most interest would be on his bicep. He has a series of tiny skulls that are done in lines, and some that have like little icons around them, almost like aviator kill pips. And the only other interesting feature aside from his size and brutality would be that on his left arm is a manacle. And attached to that manacle is a chain. And that chain is only about a couple of feet long. Because at the other end of the chain is another manacle. And attached to that manacle is another arm that's owner is probably very recently dead. As the rest of the owner is gone. Just the arm.
All right. Well, now I'm guns out.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go into a combat round with just you and this guy right now. Your initiative, I believe, is 14. This guy is not quite as fast as you, so you've got a moment to act before he's going to grab that pole from you.
All right. So what do we do next? Do I get to just keep acting, or do I need to
Well, you've got the gun.
Yeah.
Are you going to threaten him, or are you going to actually just take action and shoot him?
I think I'm going to give him a solid warning shot to that arm with all the manacles in it.
Okay. To do that, this is going to be... Let me check the difficulty on this one.
What, the dead arm or the live attached arm?
Oh yeah, good question.
Yeah, I'm looking at the live arm because
Okay.
that's the danger arm right now.
The danger arm.
Yeah.
That will
Okay,
probably be
okay.
the name of this episode. The
Danger arm. Or Armageddon.
Oh. That already happened.
So to recap, in order to do what you want to do
Mm-hmm.
is base of 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to take a shot at him.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, you can spend an action point to get more dice. Something else that you can do, folks, that we didn't really go over last time is any time that you would spend action points for stuff, if you don't have action points, you can still do the thing if you give me an equal number of action points.
Right.
Yeah. So like if you want to do it, if you want 2 extra dice, that would cost 3 action points. You've only got 1. So you could spend that one and then give me 2, and I take 2 more and add to my pool.
I'm feeling lucky.
Okay.
I think I can take this guy. It just show him a little business because he's grabbing my pole, and I need that for work, and that's just not all right.
Okay.
All right. So I got a 13 and an 8.
So your target number should be on the sheet. If not, it's going to be equal to, I believe, your agility plus your small guns.
Okay. Do you see?
Or is that perception? I think it's agility.
It's agility for
Yeah.
small
Agility.
guns. So 11 was the target number.
So you got an 8 and a what?
13.
8 and 13. Well, that's going to give you a single success.
I'll
which
take
is
it.
all you need because it's a defensive 1 to hit this guy. So now you're going to roll the number of face dice, or what we were calling them shit-eating grins last time, segs. Those are the D6s that have the vault boy on it.
Okay.
Whatever it says next to your gun. So it might
3.
3 dice.
Okay. All right. I have got 3 shit-eating grins.
Is that
Okay.
good?
Each of those is called an effect. It does 1 point of damage. And if you have at least 1 effect in your pool, then it activates your qualities. So does that gun have any kind of qualities attached to it?
Close quarters, unreliable. But I think close quarters is the quality that I'm
Okay.
looking at. And then this is just.
Do you
qualifier.
remember what you rolled on your attack? It was an 8 and a what?
13.
Okay, then I don't think unreliable would apply to you. But just so you know what that does, unreliable, I believe, increases what's called the threat range, or the critical threat range. Maybe I'm thinking in D&D terms, but If you roll a natural 20 on a die, that's like, well, the die fails, but it also indicates that there's like a complication range. That's what I'm looking for. It indicates that a complication happens. However, some things will increase that range. Some effects might do it. There could be something happening in the scene that's like all swimming tests have a higher complication range because of the, crotch eating piranhas or something. Unreliable increases the complication range by 1. Fortunately, you didn't roll a 19 or higher.
Right.
So,
Did it matter that the small guns was a tag skill? Is that something to keep note of for this particular purpose, or is that?
That would matter if you rolled really low.
Got it.
So what is your skill rating in small guns?
The rank is 3,
Okay.
so that's a skill rating. Yeah.
So similar to complications,
Mhm.
if you roll a 20, a bad thing happens. But if you roll a natural 1, you get a crit. And a crit means that it does 1 extra success than the die would do. So
Great.
1 die that crits would get 2 successes on a natural 1.
Keep in mind for
Any
future.
test.
Yep, got it.
If it's a tag skill, it does the same thing as the unreliable, but in your favor, so that it increases the crit range at the bottom. So you have a 3
Mhm.
in your skill. If you roll a 1, 2, or 3 on a die, that die crits.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
But only with the tag skills.
Got it.
We kind of messed that up last time, but yeah. New system. So yay. Anyway, you've done 3 damage. Roll the location die.
Uh-huh. Right arm.
Right arm. He is not wearing any armor at that, so he has no damage resistance. That is 3 direct damage to his hit points. However, it is his turn now. The blast from the gun knocks him back a little bit, throws his arm off that it was reaching for your thing, so he's not able to complete that action. So instead, with his other arm, no, you shot the arm that was manacled.
Right, that's what I was looking for.
Okay. He stumbles back and roars, you bitch! And his arm is kind of hurt a little bit. There's a little blood coming out of it, but it doesn't seem to be slowing him down. He does a swing with his arm back, and the manacle spins around, and his other arm swings forward, and then he catches it in one of those kind of flourishes, and then holds the other arm in a 2-handed grip and just swings it at you. If anybody has played Conan Exiles, you know exactly what this looks like.
Yes.
Indeed.
I got my base 2, and I'm going to spend 3 of my threat that I have left over in order to add 2 more dice. This guy is roiding out something fierce. Would a severed arm count as melee or unarmed? Huh?
You just broke your own rule.
All right,
Suddenly the
I've been
little
given
Pit
the
Boy
green
icon
light.
appears.
NPC, give yourself an XP for that.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
No.
Xander, this is my fight.
Actually, Xander, no, I like this rule. I like this.
Oh no.
We have a rule here. If ever you tell me that I get a point, I get an action point. I just do. For no reason whatsoever. But the same applies to you. So if ever I even jokingly are like, give yourself a point for that, you'll get an action point.
Fair stuff.
That work?
Fair,
That
fair.
work?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But what?
We can
There's-
freely give to each other.
But there's no benefit for us to give you action.
I don't know. So why the hell did Xander just do it? It's
I
weird.
don't know,
You
man.
should talk to your friend.
Well, that was because the running joke is saying the thing that I'm not going to say again right now because I already just said it. But that's the running joke is
Yeah.
when someone does something cool, I would say, you would say, Poppy, give yourself an XP.
But that doesn't count because I didn't say it. 2 hits, but a complication. This is actually going to work out very well, and it's going to move things along much quicker than I thought it was going to happen. So he is going to hit you with a severed arm. I'm just going to say that the severed arm would also be considered unreliable, so it would have a higher threat rate or complication range. Blah 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 blah. It's not going to do any kind of cool extra things though, but he is strong. So he is rolling 4 dice. I got 1, 2, 3 hits and 2 effects. The effects don't really do anything if there's no qualities to trigger or if it doesn't have like a thing that you spend effects on. So normally they're just points. Anyway, that's 3 damage that you're going to take to roll your hit die or your location die.
My left arm.
Okay. Yes, you're trading arm blows here. He's hit you on your left arm. Crystal, do you have any armor?
Oh, no, goose egg.
Okay, then you take 3 hit points.
Okay.
Just a note that if ever you do 5 or more hit points in one hit, you deal an injury. Thus how Jacob got hurt last time. How Bone got his, what was it, crushed ribs, I think?
Internal bleeding.
Internal bleeding, yeah, something like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I got it.
3 hit points. Yeah, I'm assuming you have many. Yeah, you have many more than that.
Yes.
The complication is he suddenly grunts in surprise and slips and slams down to the ground. Face down, scrabbles a bit, slips on the wet
The
deck of the boat and is slammed down. He's still holding the arm and he's reaching for you as another hand comes up out of the water and grabs him by the ankle and just pulls, using him as leverage. Then another arm comes up, wrapping onto the boat and pulling up. This is a very different looking person, a rather ghoulish fellow. Do you have an interesting intro phrase or a one-liner?
After clearing the edge of the boat with my head, I spit out a bunch of swamp water. Does this guy have a name yet in your head?
Scudge. Skudge, if you're concerned.
Found you, Scudge. Azuli Dantors sends her regards.
God damn it, do you never die? He's like turns and reaches for you. That's what he's going to do this round. Bone, what are you going to do this round?
I'm going to get
2.
all the way into the fucking boat.
All right, so you're climbing into the boat, but are you going to do anything?
I'm just pulling out my switchblade.
Okay, climb into the boat, pull out your switchblade.
Yep.
That'll cover your actions. And Crystal, you see that the Scudge, this fellow, who you now know the name of, this wet, soaking wet, clearly hassled gentleman of the wasteland, is reaching to strangle the other person who just rolled up onto the boat, who is grabbing a knife. What do you do?
Oh boy, this is getting complicated. I just want to do some piloting and trading, but now I guess I have to pull out a tomahawk and things are getting serious.
Oh God. Oh, this is rich.
Now I have to pull out a tomahawk. What a day. Mondays, am I right?
Oh, Lord, this is Tuesday.
So the tomahawk, pulling that out would be, I think that would be a minor action. Yes, draw is a minor action. So would you like to then attack? Because you have a minor and a major.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's playing nice, so we're gonna get rid of we're throwing that tomahawk.
Well, he is at your feet.
Great. So I don't
Not
even
so
need to
much a
throw it.
throw,
I
it's
can
a-
just give it a full good old fashioned chop. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Let's chop him.
Okay. This might actually be a rule, but I don't know. What I'm going to say, though, is if you take a one-handed melee weapon and you go like a full two-handed chop with it, it'll do 1 more damage die.
Yeah,
So
I think that makes sense because my left arm's a little sore from getting hit by that severed arm a moment ago. So I'm just going to be real safe and use both hands on that tomahawk.
So roll the attack again. It's going to be a base of 2 dice. You just need a 1 to hit him. Oh, wait. He is prone right now. If prone and you attempt to move, you must crawl. Enemies at medium or further range add +1 difficulty attacks against you. Enemies at close range reduce the difficulty of attacks against you by 1 to a minimum of 0. You are definitely at close range. You don't have to roll. You can do the minimum basic effect of hitting them. But if ever I give you a difficulty 0 test, you can choose to roll for the purpose of getting more success and creating more action points. Even if you get a complication, you don't fail. It'll just add weird, bad shit to your effect.
it's Mondays. Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could still crit if you roll, but you're not going to miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the odds are in my favor.
Yeah.
So
I would just go with the 2 base dice that you have.
Oh, damn.
Is that a 1? Is the Voltec symbol a 1?
Yeah, the symbol is a 1.
I got a 1 and a 12.
Okay, the 12 will the 12 hit?
No,
But the 1 will.
yeah.
The 1 will count as 2 successes. So that will give
Yeah.
you an immediate 2 action points.
Ooh.
If you would like,
Uh-huh.
you can either throw those into the pool, or you can use them for one of the various things that action points can be used for, such as buying more damage, taking another action, obtaining information. Other things don't really count here, like reducing the time. There's no ability to half the time of a melee attack.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, things are, looking good. I've got apparently someone who's also trying to get Scrudge, and I've done this pretty solid hits. So I feel like just saving those action points for maybe when we need them sounds like the way to go right now. And then we'll see how Bone does.
Yeah, so what's the damage on the tomahawk?
That's 4.
Okay, so now you'll roll 5 dice
Here's some more dice for you.
for a 2-handed downward chop.
All right. Okay.
Holy.
How did we do?
Mother.
So I got a shit-eating grin, and then a couple of these 2 blasts and a single blast, and then
Okay, so that's how many pips are we showing
I
there?
got a pip, 1 pip.
Sorry, how many icons? So you have
Oh,
1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5, 6. Oof.
yeah,
Oof. Okay.
yeah.
6. That's going to be critical to the.
Oh, shall I go for this bad boy? All right. The right leg.
To the,
Oh, boy.
to the right leg. Okay, well, he has taken 6 damage. He doesn't have any damage resistance on his legs because he's in rags. He has taken 3 already from a previous attack on him.
Dang.
This guy is beaten, and you have severed, you've chopped heavily into his leg. It's not severed, but he is not going to be running anywhere. He's probably not going to be walking very easily either.
Got it.
Or swimming.
He's not going to be competing in the Wasteland 5K last week like he had originally, next week like he originally planned. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that, buddy, but not really. You're being a jerk, Scrudge, so that's what you get.
Right now, unfortunately, there's only 1K. But
That
we're
is
okay- we're
Dr.
okay with
K.
that. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was the end of your turn. Your next Bone.
I am just going to try to punch this guy.
Just
in the head.
downward.
Just like, boom, trying to cold cock him.
Are you going to single thing or are you going to Shatner him?
I got the switchblade in the other hand, so
Okay.
it's like just single hand, cold cock, hold
Okay.
it. Woo!
Ooh.
He's prone. So again, no difficulty.
Yeah. Success on both dice. One of them well within the tag range.
So that would be 3 successes.
Yes.
Okay.
What's your
that's
tag range?
three action points.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll your damage first. And if you want, you can choose to spend up any of those on the damage.
Yeah, I'm going to spend them all on the damage. Let's see. So 2, 3. There we go.
Let me check a rule real quick.
Yep.
You might not have to do that in advance.
I do have a quick question. What does it mean to Shatner somebody?
Oh, Shatner is a double-handed overhead hammer strike, named Shatner because Captain Kirk in the original series constantly was doing that maneuver, so it became known as Shatnering, even though it's known as overhand hammer strike.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. That was his primo number 1 first go-to move in every battle was to throw someone down and then just double-handed bash them on the back.
On the back. Okay,
Yeah.
that is sounding familiar. Okay, okay.
And if,
Okay, it doesn't, as far as I can tell, it doesn't say that you cannot wait.
okay,
So if you want, you can roll the damage dice that you have first.
well, that's 2
2 hits.
hits.
Okay. And if you want,
Yep.
you can spend an action point to add another one
I'm going to do that.
on a 1-by-1 basis,
Yep.
up to 3.
Well, that's another 2 hits, so 4 total. Out
Okay,
of that.
4 total.
I had to blow them all.
But you blew all of the extras that you hit. 4 total to the.
I'll take the torso.
Ooh, nice.
I-
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, just
You got it. You got it.
Okay, you smash. He is down. You have knocked him unconscious.
Excellent.
He gurgles, tries to push himself back up, and just winces in pain, and then slaps back down, drool and coming out of his mouth.
Ooh.
Blood coming out of the severed arm.
Getting messy on my boat.
Ugh.
I don't suppose you have an anchor, miss.
Well, of course I have an anchor. What's you fixing to do with it?
Oh, I'm going to tie it to this man and throw him over the side of your boat.
Well, I suppose that just means it's a heavier anchor, so that sounds like a pretty solid plan to me.
Crystal, you're reaching for the anchor when you catch out of the corner of your eye, very, very close by, sitting in a very nice place that is both a little secure but can give it a view of the surrounding area. So you have a small terrarium, and in that terrarium you have this very, very, very tiny hatchling-sized snapfang. As it just so happens, that severed arm has landed in a way that the smudgy end of it is up against the terrarium, and it is like doing that thing that's animals do in cages where they're up on their hind two legs and scratching at the front of it with their front two.
He's just a little hungry.
He was a little hungry.
Well, so, I mean, my priority is probably getting this guy off the ship, but I also want to take care of my critter. I don't think is this arm going anywhere? Is it still attached to this?
It's currently still attached to him. So if you dump him down, the arm's going to go with him. But you got a tomahawk, you could just wrist chop.
Yeah. Well,
yank it out.
Yeah. I mean, if I could I cut off his good arm and keep both of them? Is that an option here? He's not going to be needing it much longer.
Yeah, I mean, he is unconscious currently. If you want to kill him, he's totally in a situation where you can just murder him.
I don't think he's doing us any favors, is all I'm saying. If we're tying him to the anchor.
And then at that point, you can do whatever you want with his body.
Great. Well, let's see if I can get the rest of that arm off, and then it's a BOGO sale on arms.
If you have a sharp object and a will to succeed, no limbs will survive your forward progress.
Great. Well, I still got tomahawks, so.
So Dr. K's now becoming an arms dealer as well.
So, Bone, what do you do?
Well, as soon as I see this person hefting a tomahawk and rolling the arm out to get a good clean shot on the wrist, I fold up my Swiss Army knife, stick it back in the pocket, and sit back and fold up my hands and go like, well, obviously La Mistress has smiled on this one.
Yeah, fellow ghoul. As well.
I mean, yeah, it's like, honestly, I am just a tool of the mother, and for once, I'm not having to do the heavy lifting.
The camera zooms away from this scene as Bone is standing there looking with a bit of approval on his face of, okay, that's a nice method she's got going on there. And Crystal's just, she's got her tongue out, kind of that concentration look. She's just chopping at this arm.
I was just going to cut on him a little bit, tie an anchor to him, and leave him for the snap fangs. Yeah. But I like this one's style.
The camera zooms up, zooms out, and kind of angles up to take in the view as the boat is getting closer and closer to the docks, recently built but still somewhat ramshackle, in the spirit of slapdash wasteland engineering all over the world. There are some folks with wagons there waiting for the delivery, ready to load up some of the supplies from the boat, which are mostly tools, metal scrap, a box full of rusted old slot machines, and a pair of big wooden cigar store Indian statues, nicely painted, in surprisingly good condition. Just about a half mile down the shoreline, the camera shows some folks have just started to build a settlement on the shore around an intact, offshore riverboat-style casino. You see defensive walls going up and shacks forming outside it as the settlement is growing. And we fade back to the present day, where that same scene is replaced by one a bit more grim. The sky is wasteland dark, with clear signs of a storm coming up from the Gulf. That same settlement, now grown into a full-blown city, is partially on fire and belching smoke. one of those same cigar store Indians, now charred, scarred, peeling, and splintered, floats by on the water as we begin a new round of combat.
I just want to say I appreciate that Dr. K was in full theme for that last scene by going complete Butcher Pete.
Just hacking and slashing and whacking.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Chopping that meat.
Seriously, that was some chopped meat.
Work with what you got.
Anyway, top of a new round of combat. We're going to start with whoever is going last. Again, to work our way up the initiative chain, saying what you're going to do. So people higher in the initiative chain can have an idea of what you're going to do in case they want to take action against that or prevent it.
I feel like Mr. Whiskers is already fucking some people up. So I don't know how that would play into this in the order.
I kind of played a little fast and easy with the way that companions work in the previous session, just to kind of move things along and have it be a little dramatic and fun.
Mm-hmm.
The way that a companion normally works is on your turn, you can have that companion assist you or do something instead of your own action.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Think of a companion as simply more action options that you have. If this were a video game, when you bring up your action list of things to do, you would have additional companion items at the bottom that you could choose instead of your normal stuff.
Okay.
Bone and Phyllis are at the bottom of the initiative chain. What are y'all doing this round?
Well, I'm on the boat and generally confused, but also I also understand that the people that I am with, the Jack and Bone, are running away from the danger and encouraged me to go with them. So they're probably not totally bad people. I don't know what's up with Crystal. We haven't like officially met, you know. So I think that I'm sort of looking around, and I'm also like trying to get Mr. Whiskers to come back to the boat. I think I already have my weapon drawn. I think I drew it at last episode when we were leaving the town, but I'm not sure.
I can give it to you.
I think
that sounds right.
I do. So I
did listen to them before doing this, but I don't specifically remember that. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. I was primarily listening for more character interactions just to make sure I got the tone right. But I will gladly give that one to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you have your weapon drawn.
So I basically I think I have my weapon drawn. I'm trying to call for Mr. Whiskers, and I'm basically prepared to shoot at anyone who gets close enough that I think they're a threat and in the range of my 10mm pistol.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like, Mr. Whiskers, get back over here.
Okay, just so you know, some of the things that this does, you have the card for dog meat.
Yes.
So dog meat has some special attacks. Now, even though this is Mr. Whiskers, we're just using the dog meat skill or perk. One of those is the ability as an attack dog. If you wish for Mr. Whiskers to make an attack, essentially you're making an attack.
Right.
Mr. Whiskers will assist you. And if your attack hits and if your attack hits, you roll your damage and he rolls his.
Okay. We've agreed that Mr. Whiskers cannot die. We're going Fallout rules.
No. We that I remember very specifically was was a point of discussion at the end of our last episode. Yes. I'm going to go with that Mr. Whiskers will not die. Mr. Whiskers might be taken out of action.
Yeah, he might get injured, but
knocked,
he cannot
incapacitated.
Die.
But
yeah.
However, if Mr. Whiskers gets captured by the enemy, you have to figure out a way to rescue him.
You son of a
Captured and turned against the party.
So
I'm this person's perk now. You can go away.
Never. So I think that, how would I get Mr. Whiskers to come back to me? Well, let me ask you this. So I had written down 3 raiders on bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So who all is coming at us in a threatening, just those 3?
Yes, right now, just 3. You heard the sounds of raiders on bikes coming out. There were initially supposed to be many more, but your actions have blocked some of them off and taken out others. Now there are only 3 on these ratty, scratch-built dirt bikes that have emerged from the shadows and are riding straight towards the wharf that this boat that y'all have just piled onto with this innocent, complete bystander hanging out, never done a bad thing in her life. Now you've just brought her into this life of crime.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes,
Okay.
that's the situation.
All right. So Mr. Whiskers is doing his thing, and I'm not actually super worried about him because he's a fucking panther. I think what I'm going to do is whichever bike is closest, when it's my turn, if they're still around, I'm going to try to start shooting at the bikes instead of the people, like either at the tires or the fuel tank or.
We'll just keep it simple though. Your turn. All you gotta do is give me your general intent. You're planning to shoot the bikes.
I am ready to shoot the bikes if they get too close.
Are you going to have Mr. Whiskers help? Try and
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bone.
Bone is tearing up his shirt to patch his critically bleeding chest wound.
Oh dear.
Okay.
And going to be attempting that.
Which, by the way, was the chest wound that you dealt to the guy on the boat in the flashback.
Yeah.
Payback's a bitch, I guess.
Yeah, payback is a bitch.
We're actually, it's funny because we're just going to work our way around the table here because we got Bone and Phyllis are both going on initiative 10. And we have Crystal and Jack going on initiative 14. So, Crystal, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not loving this situation, and Emmett is still hanging out with us from last time, and he's intent on getting out of here as quick as possible. And I'm seeing that this is about that time since now I got Bone on board. I don't really care about the cat because I'm more of a reptile person myself. And this dude with the now missing mustache that I didn't know was there in the first place.
True, yeah.
But
I believe in the previous episode, I had described him as a strange fellow with a conspicuously missing mustache.
There it is.
I can't even say it right. There we go.
Conspicuously, yeah.
Missing mustache.
He just blew up my liquor order that I was about to load on. So I'm not a real big fan of him. So I'm fixing to get this boat ready to depart post haste.
And I should add, you can use Emmett in the same way. He is a companion. He can act on your turns, but he can only do something if you spend an action to make him do it. However, you should know that Emmett has certain things that he can do.
Okay.
He can what's called unload on him, where he just does the cycle while he's firing his gun. And it just increases the rate of fire of that gun specifically. He's got a lever action rifle.
Okay, well that sounds pretty appropriate given the current situation with the raiders on the motorbikes to just open fire so we can get rid of these jerks and get on again. So I would use definitely my action on Emmett's unloading.
Okay, cool. Xander, you were at the top of the round, and I feel bad. I should have followed my own flow here and announced what was happening on the initiative flow in between Phyllis and Bone and your initiative or the Raiders initiative. I think their intentions are pretty clear, though. You know,
I'm getting that. Yeah.
yeah. So they're not really straying from that.
Okay, So to clarify, Crystal, are you imminently making the boat depart?
Right. So I'm having my current action is Emmett unloading.
Sure.
On the raiders, and then departure is imminent once that's happened. So there's a succession. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go and jump on the boat as it seems like it's the only way out. Mm-hmm. And I still have my rifle in hand. So if I have enough actions I can take, I'm going to fire at the leading raider.
Remember, you can always give me action points for you to take more actions. Just making sure you know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a thing I can do? Both jump on boat and then turn and fire on raider.
That would be considered a move action, which is minor.
Great.
Move. You have one minor and one major. Move is a minor. You can move one zone to any position within medium range or stand up from prone. The way I have set this battlefield up, all of the characters were in one zone together and you were one zone away. So with a simple move, minor action, you can move into that zone. And you are now on that boat with them.
I'm going to use my major action to fire at the lead raider on the bike.
You see the guy coming up. He has like this crazy, like rainbow colored mohawk that actually starts as a single blade and then fins back into this wide, almost rooster like crest.
Okay.
And the look on his face, you look down and you see Bone's face, and you look up and you see that guy's face, and they could be brothers. The expression of rage and like that pulse in his right eyeball, you think he's on the same thing.
Oh,
or something similar.
Super jet buddies. Yeah, that's great. I love that. I'm going to still shoot him in the face.
Okay. To shoot this guy, it's going to be a base difficulty of 1. However, we're going to bring in some advanced combat rules here. Let's see. He is on a vehicle. I'm going to say that he is in motion, so he's going to be a little harder to hit. All the things considered, he's going to be difficulty of 2 to hit.
Okay.
You want to roll 2 dice and you want to get 2 successes. Now, it very specifically says in the rules, if you want to add more dice, you have to add it before you roll.
Uh-huh.
So if you want, you can add more dice by spending action points or giving me some. I've only got 5.
Oh, boy. I'm going to spend 1 action point and get 1 extra dice.
You want another one? I just need 2 more action points. You just give me 2 action points and you can have a 4th die.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Are you good? Are you really?
Got 1 success.
1 success, unfortunately, is not enough. Crystal, your turn.
All right. Well, Emmett is a little trigger happy, and he's been itching to get out of here, but I know he is looking to unload on some of these raiders that terrorize us along our route on the coast. So I'm ready to let him get to work.
You said the magic words. Trigger happy. You have activated his second ability. You can choose to if you want. This is your choice. You don't have to.
Okay. I feel like he's got this. He's not addicted to drugs, unlike some people on this boat. So I'm
wow.
So I'm gonna give him a shot, as it were, and
you're gonna activate the trigger happy.
I'm gonna activate trigger happy.
Okay, he was itching to fire already, so grab get yourself a 3rd die.
All right,
give him a shot of morphine.
And if you would like, I just need all you got to do is give me 1 point. You can get a 4th. That's it. 1 point.
And how many successes do I need to make this happen?
You're still shooting at a moving target at this point. I'm going to say it's 2.
2
successes.
2 successes. Should I do it? Okay, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
You know what? We
Very generous of you. You know what goes around comes around.
All right. Mm-hmm. So what numbers are we looking for success?
Yeah. You're working with Emmett's dice here. He is going on agility of 6 and smog. He's got a 9. 9 as his skill.
Great. I got 2 successes.
Okay. Did you get, what was the lowest one you got?
5.
Okay. Not quite no crits though.
Yeah.
But you got 2 successes. That's going to have him do his damage. His lever action rifle does 7 dice of damage.
Holy shit. Okay. So I got to get a couple more of these little dudes up in here. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
All right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
And 1 shit-eating grin.
And including a shit-eating grin. Yeah. So 3 and a shit-eating grin. Yeah.
So he unloads. How much? What's the total? So you said 4?
I got 1, 2, 3 plus a shit-eating grin.
So 4. Okay.
4. Yep.
4 damage to one of the raiders. You said you were just shooting the raider, right? Not the bike.
Yeah, I was just shooting raiders. Yep.
Roll that hit location die.
All right. Left arm. Let's hope he's left-handed.
This is a party that hates arms. We must disarm all of the enemies.
Apparently, Crystal's real good at hitting arms. That's her specialty.
I am going to have these NPCs act as a group. It's much easier. That means they don't all take individual actions. They just add to each other's actions. So they help out. So I've got 3 of them. So they are functioning as a group. I will start with 2 dice. And since that's the first one, there's the second one, there's the third one. I have a total of 4 dice to do a thing. That's it.
To raid?
Raider's gonna raid.
The Raider's gonna raid.
I rolled 5 dice. 1 success. 1 success.
They're really shitty bikes.
They're real shitty. Oh.
That's what you get for riding a Kawasaki.
Oh.
No, this isn't a Kawasaki. This is more of a Korvaki or something. It's some kind of a shitty off-brand Fallout off-brand. So,
Kawasaki.
Saki Kawa.
yeah.
Sucky Kawa.
No, just Saki. It's a Saki bike. It's a Sucky bike. And thank you
my God.
actually for reminding me, because these bikes are scratch built, which means they are also unreliable,
Yep.
which means 19 scored a complication.
Nice.
I don't have a good idea for a complication immediately.
Just fall apart.
No, well, instead, I can, instead of a complication, give you an action point.
Okay.
So throw that one back in the pool.
Very nice.
However, with 1 success, one of the raiders, at least, has so far managed to zoom ahead of the others and basically skid his bike in a way that skids him right onto the boat.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
And he is going to use that as a lead in to slam it into the first person he sees.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Captain Jack, it's your lucky day.
Oh, thank God.
There's a bike coming at you.
That's not great. I don't like
Sacre
that.
bleu.
So I'm just going to turn this. I'm at an unmodifiable roll. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I got a 20 and an 18.
That's good
And
for me.
I'm just going to let it slide. And literally
Into the
let
water.
it slide. Jack, you step past, that bike goes sliding past, and there's a moment of this satisfaction look on the Raider. He's coming at you. And again, this is Mohawk Man. He's like, or let's call him
Trihawk?
Cock Hawk Man. He's like a chick. He's got that rooster hawk thing on. So Cock Hawk. Cock Hawk is his official name at this point. Cock Hawk is looking at you like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up. And you actually get a close up. You see like the acne scars on this fella's face, and he's maybe 16.
Poor muffin.
And he's also like scabrous and missing most of his teeth, and one of his eyes is kind of pulsing out. And like you have a feeling that you smell his breath. It's terrible.
Ew.
It's like he ate someone else right before he came to you.
Ew.
And then that look changes into one of sudden, as that moment goes away and he goes sliding past and the bike just drops into the water.
Au revoir.
Bone, you're up.
Okay, so check this. I'm just screaming on jet fuel, so I get an extra AP around, using that AP to buy an extra D20.
Good call.
Spending a luck point to stack the deck, substituting my luck skill instead of the overriding skill that would have been intelligence for my first aid check.
This is now you're down 5 luck.
I know. I got the score. I am now attempting a first aid check on myself. It's a medicine check, which I do not have.
So you're just showing your perception?
I would
intelligence?
normally be rolling my intelligence, but because I stacked the deck, I get to substitute my luck attribute.
How do you have like 0 hit points left? Where are you at?
Oh, I am not doing well.
Not great. Okay.
Not great. Not great at all. I am currently at 7, and I am going down 2 around.
What I'm hearing is I might have to use my action to shove a stim pack into you.
You have stim
I'm fine.
packs?
I'm fine.
All right, okay, I'm just playing.
Oh boy. Yeah. Why are you losing 2 around again?
Because I have a critical hit.
Oh.
I took that hit, took 5 damage to a single location, so I got an injury. My injury was to my torso, which is bleeding.
Since you're using first aid,
Yep.
it's only temporarily stopping the
Right.
injury.
Yep, it will stop
It will
me
come
from
back.
bleeding out.
As far as I can tell, it's only difficulty 1.
It's 1 higher because I'm doing it to myself.
Oh, good call.
Yep.
Good to know.
Stop telling him stuff like that.
Honestly, I was concerned I was going to give him too high of a thing. So
Okay. Okay.
I got a 3. We in
Ooh.
business.
Okay. Okay, you've staunched the bleeding. You like tighten the thing and you feel the crack.
Yep.
As it's trying to all get itself back into order. And there's that gasp of pain. But then the jet fuel kicks back in and you don't care.
I do not. I really want to pace right now.
Yeah.
Why don't you just clean the boat instead? Hey, quit foreshadowing my plans for later.
And when you're done cleaning the boat, you should organize the boat's sock drawer. So, Phyllis, you're up.
All right. So all of this is, so you're taking care of yourself. This bike just went past us and splooshed into the water. Does that mean there's two more
coming
at us?
Less reckless than the first fella.
Okay. So Mr. Whiskers is chasing after these two bikes.
Well, you said you were going to shoot at one of the bikes.
Yeah. Let me think with my brain and not my gun.
You've already committed to the action you stated. If you want to change it, you can change it to something else, but it would be a difficulty increase of +1.
No, I don't want to do that.
So you're shooting at one of the bikes.
Yeah, the one that is the furthest away from Mr. Whiskers. So I don't want to hit Mr. Whiskers by accident. The one that is furthest away from him, I'm going to try to shoot. Let's see, I have a 10 millimeter.
Range on a 10 mil, I believe, is medium, which is the perfect range for this. So it would be no bonus, but no penalty.
I'm trying to think of what's the bigger target. I'm going to try to shoot at like the fuel tank or something in the middle. I think the tires are too small of a target, and I'm good, but I don't know if I'm that good.
I think it just increases the difficulty by +1.
It increases the difficulty and
okay. So I can just say I shoot at the bike and it's not as difficult, and then you decide where it goes.
So normally, the hit location is random based on the vehicle.
Oh,
Yes.
let's just do that. Can I just do random?
Yep.
And make it easier for me.
It won't increase, but it might hit the fuel tank, but it probably won't.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm trying to hit the bike to slow it down.
Okay. Yep. That's going to be anyway. Your difficulty to hit them again is going to be 2 because they are in fast motion. So whatever it is, you're going to need to roll 2 dice.
2 of these.
And you're going to want to get 2 successes or higher. You have action points and you can give me. I'm dwindling. I'm almost out.
So I want to try to score. What do I want to try to get with these?
2 successes.
What's your agility?
My agility is a 5.
What's your small guns?
Is that TN?
No, it's yeah. It would be listed if you have a TN listed with your weapon, then use that.
7.
You need to get a 7 or lower on a D20 for a success. How many action points you got down there?
3.
Well, you could spend all 3 of those to give yourself 2 extra dice. Or you give me 3 action points and then you could get 2 extra dice. Or 1 and 1.
Can I just spend 1 and get 1 extra dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can I ask which dude's hurt in the left arm from our little encounter with Ahmed? 'Cause
I only need 1.
Was that our main dude who's gone, or was that one of these guys?
That's a good question.
Just want to make sure.
Let's see.
We are all on the same page.
And what does TN stand for again?
It was the guy.
Target number,
It's the guy who is closest to the cat.
Okay. So he's boo-booed. So you're shooting at the other one.
I'm shooting the other one. Yeah. So I need a 7 or lower.
On how many dice?
3.
Well, you just give me 2 action points and you can get another die.
Stop.
This is my job.
Stop.
Okay. No, I'm going to do my job.
Stop. Okay. Come on.
You sure? Just 2 right here, right? Okay.
I got a 1. Yeah.
And anything else?
A 16 and a 19.
Okay, well, the 1 does 2 successes.
Yes.
Yay.
It's considered a critical hit.
So I need 4 of these.
Yep.
And I really want 4 shit-eating grins. All right.
All right. 4 effect dice or shit-eating grin dice, as we call them. 4 segs.
I got 2 bullet holes, blank, blank.
Okay, that's 4 damage done to roll me a D20, not the hit location die.
All right. Just a regular.
Since this is a bike, roll me a D20.
7.
That's going to hit the chassis.
Ooh.
And it's 2 points damage resistance. So you've done 2 points of damage to the bike.
Okay. To the chassis.
Yeah, to the bike itself. This is a ratty bike.
Yeah.
You have a feeling that 1 or 2 more hits like that will probably take it out.
Cool.
That was the end of the round. Now we're going to begin a new round of combat, going in the opposite direction, stating what you're planning to do. You don't have to tell me the expenses of each action, but again, just give me a general idea so that people later can react based on that. This time, I'm going to mix things up. Bone, you tell me what you're doing.
Let's see. I have patched myself up. I am... Ooh, decisions. I'm pulling out my pipe gun and taking aim.
Gotcha. You're on jet fuel. You can fire that gun. Are you just going to aim?
Oh, you're right. I do have that. Yeah, I'm going to take aim and fire.
Phyllis, what's your plan this round?
My plan this round is to invoke Mr. Whiskers. And I think Mr. Whiskers is going to lunge at the other biker, the one with the boo-boo. Because blood is happening.
Yum.
That's my name, he calls out. How'd you know? I'm still going to kill you.
Tasty treat.
Hey, that's my name.
So Mr. Boo Boo and Tasty Cheat are the two raiders that are left. Okay.
Yes.
The other guy was William.
Oh my God, I've been at this party.
So Mr. Whiskers is going to do the lunge, the death lunge, to try to knock this guy off his bike.
Boo Boo.
Boo Boo.
Okay.
Mr. Boo Boo. Mr. Whiskers and Mr. Boo Boo are going to have a little tumble.
Okay. All right.
That's
well,
the plan.
the two raiders they're committed to their actions. They are going to finish this and get to your boat. In fact, you get the feeling that their plan is to, instead of getting onto your boat, they are both angling in a way that going towards two very conveniently placed ramp-like objects to then launch themselves up and down onto the boat, possibly sinking it.
Yeah, so Crystal is seeing this because she's not really doing much besides observing the situation, telling people what to do.
Yeah.
At this point, so as a pilot, she's getting ready to move the boat so they can't land if they do get to their ramp launching points.
So your action is pushing the boat away.
Yep.
Okay. Captain Jack.
Captain Jack is going to go and once again take aim at the raider and fire.
Wait, Boo Boo or Tasty Treat?
Oh, I'm going to shoot at Tasty Treat because Tasty Treat is closer to us.
Okay. Either of you can go in whatever order you want.
I'll go first because that'll lead me closer to the target. So I'm going to take that one extra action point, take that extra dice.
Okay. That's
Extra
3 dice again.
2 successes.
2 successes is what you need, but you know what? You could. I got these points just sitting here doing nothing. You could
crazy.
just give me some more. You know the offer's there.
No? No? Okay. All right. It was just like not even looking at me right now.
I'll blow it. Okay, good.
Goodness.
That's naughty.
That is 2 successes.
Something worked.
2 successes.
What was your target?
Target is 13.
Oh, good. And I think that's 3 successes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 'cause you got
sorry,
a
3 successes.
you hit.
Yeah, that's 3 successes. So that's a hit.
Sorry, no, 12.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was 12. Okay.
So 2 successes, yeah.
2 successes. Then, roll me a d20 to see where it hits.
Or the
Location.
Oh,
location.
you were shooting him or the bike?
Oh, him, absolutely.
Okay.
Fuck the bike. I don't give a shit about that.
All right.
This guy
All
sucks.
dwellers. Right.
That is
Torso.
torso.
He does have 1 point of damage resistance on the torso. So roll your damage. He has some scrappy raider armor. If you've played Fallout, you're familiar with it.
Oh, yeah. All right,
Xander,
so
It's basically Mad Max straps. that
Xander,
happen
before you
to
roll those,
deflect a single bullet.
you aimed, right?
no, I just said shoot that guy.
Okay, you
Yeah.
did. Okay, cool.
All right, so that's 6. I'm rolling.
Oh my
Whoa.
fucking God.
3 shit-eating grins and another bullet hole. So that's 4 total.
Okay. Does that weapon have any special qualities?
2-handed.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. Nothing really happens from the special effects, but it does do 4 damage to him. He soaks 1 from the armor. He only takes 3, but that is not quite a grievous enough wound to give him a critical hit, but it is enough to hurt him. He is still coming down, however. However, you also scored an action point.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to roll 1 extra damage.
Okay.
So just roll 1 more die.
1 more die. Nothing.
Nothing. All right. That's okay. That's okay.
Crystal.
All right, so we're pushing off, folks. We're launching this boat, so keep all hands, extremities inside the vessel. And honey, if you want that cat, you better get him on here right quick.
Mr. Whiskers, come.
Okay, with a pilot skill check that was going to be based on, in this case, agility or strength, your choice for
Agility.
pushing off, plus your pilot skill. You're going to want to roll 2 dice. A base. Always start with a base of 2 dice. Yeah, this pushing off is a 0, difficulty 0. You can just do it. But if you want to roll the dice, you can maybe get more action points.
All right.
That is most definitely
that's a success.
Yeah, I got a great success since my agility's 8. Pilot 3.
Yeah, 5. That's a success.
There we
One
go. And that's
success.
a tag skill as well. So,
Okay, you get 1 action point if you wish. You can either use it or you can throw it into the pool.
you know what? I think somebody else needs it more than me right now. So have fun, guys.
Okay, Raiders are up. There's only 2 of them left, and they are doing some synchronized motorbiking to come at you, 1 from the left, 1 to the right, hit those conveniently placed ramp-shaped objects, and try and land onto the boat. Because you have moved it away, I'm going to increase their difficulty by 1, though. And because it's a custom maneuver it's a difficult maneuver as it is, I'm going to say that they have a difficulty of 3.
Such a dumb. They're gonna. What? So dumb.
The Raiders, they're really dumb.
They're real dumb.
I could insert some like Raider quotes here, but they're all really dumb. Like, I'm going to shit in your mouth or something. They're
You're
terrible.
lucky I don't shit where I eat.
Yeah, they're awful. Oh, you want some? Oh, she's hiding. Okay, anyway, Raiders. Yeah, might as well. I got them. I'm going to spend them.
Oh,
2
boy.
more dice, total of 5.
They need it.
Oh. No crits. No crits. But 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. 2, 3, 4, 6, and 11. So 4 successes. I'm just going to take the action point back. And they have crashed onto the deck. Both bikes come at once and crash down onto the deck of the boat. Now, I'm picturing this boat as the kind of flat deck, dual pontoon, heavily used in along the coastline, but especially up in the bayou, the swampy areas around the coastline. It's hitting. Okay, how much damage is that going to do to
Question.
the boat?
Are you picturing one of those boats that has a big fan in the back?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. Although I know Jacob has requested such a thing, it's in the pipeline.
Yeah.
It's in the pipeline.
Because somebody's got to dive through those blades and get
If-
slaughtered. I'm just saying.
If we live in the swamp salt life, we need the fan boat.
We need the fan boat.
I just want to note that the book that I'm looking at has the stats for the Fallout 76 beer hat, in case we ever wanted it.
I mean, it might be coming in. It might come in handy later.
Well, I do have Party Boy, so that would be awesome.
Nice.
I'm going to say that this boat has, we'll make it 20 hit points. I'm going to have to work out its greater stats and distribution, whatever, and just say that these guys landed right smack in the middle. And we'll say the chassis will have 2 points of damage resistance. So first hit did none. Second hit did 2 points of damage ramming to it. And because the motorcycle is of a scale slightly smaller than the boat, it requires more damage in order to do a critical hit. So, its scale is added to the amount of damage needed to inflict a critical hit. So for a scale, this would be I think a scale 2. Yeah, we'll say this is, this is much larger, actually. We'll say that this is a scale 3, about the size of a bus. We'll give it that. Yeah, this is a cargo boat. It's about the size of a bus, whereas a motorcycle is a scale 0.
It's not
So
much
in
bigger
order
than a
for
person.
it to do a damage, a ramming attack, critical hit, it would need to score 8 or more damage in one attack. So perhaps the Raiders chose poorly.
What?
It's amazing. Like someone flying on jet fuel would make a poor choice.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for reminding me, though. The one who is on jet fuel is going to spend one of my action points and his bonus attack action point. Oh, no. I apologize. I'm not doing that because the one who's on jet fuel is underwater.
Yes.
Yeah.
He sure is.
Sleeping with the snap claws.
Bone, you're up.
Yo. Okay, so I am taking my free minor action for the round to pull my pipe pistol. I'm flying high on jet, so I get an extra action point. I'm spending that to aim. And then I'm taking my major action to shoot at one of the raiders now lying on the deck.
Oh, question. Is this target considered prone because they just landed on the deck, or are they on, like...
They did not technically fall prone. They are considered up. So... in my mind, they have dropped. They have landed the bikes. They
stuck the landing.
They stuck the landing. Okay. They've skidded the bikes around, and they are moving to get off the bikes. Again, I'm picturing this as a larger, flat, dual pontoon swamp barge. So it's heavy enough to support not just all of your weight and their weight, but probably 5 or 6 Brahmin and a bunch of cargo.
Well, and which we lost a bunch of because thanks, Jack, for blowing up our boots. So
fuck.
Ooh, well, we're going to re-roll this one. Thank God for that aim. Okay, it's a miss, but there's no critical on that because I sucked my way out of that 20.
Complication? No complication?
No complications.
You know, I'm just going to say the jet fuel is throwing you off.
Yeah.
So, okay, both Tasty Treat and Boo Boo are on the boat.
And I think you said you were going to shoot Boo Boo.
Yeah.
You still going to do that?
Well...
But now he's much closer.
No, I didn't say I was going to shoot Boo Boo. I said that I was going to stick Mr. Whiskers on him.
Okay.
I think. Didn't I?
Yeah, just go ahead. Do it.
So you did say that.
Okay.
But going back to what your perk lets you do, there's no reason not to shoot him. Because Mr. Whiskers will apply his damage when you shoot him.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's a very special thing that perk lets you do.
Okay.
However, just so you know, the raiders have now moved onto the boat, which means they are technically in the same zone as you, which makes them close range.
Right.
If you shoot him, your difficulty is going to go up 1 point because you're at a less than ideal range.
Okay.
For
Because
mid-range?
your gun's best range is medium, they're close. And that's a 10 mil. It doesn't have close quarters, does it?
Range C?
Yeah. Oh, wait, its range is close?
Yeah.
For the 10 mil?
Yeah.
That's
I thought
what
it was
says
medium.
on here. C.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
most of the pistols in the game have C as their range.
Oh, close quarters reliable is my quality.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Well,
Yeah.
perfect.
That's-
Forget I said anything.
Yep. Miss 1% over here with her reliable weapons and shit.
Okay, so you're going to shoot Boo Boo.
Yep.
It's going to be a base of 2 dice.
Okay.
Do you want to add any more in?
Yeah. That's because I really needed it last time. So yeah. Oh, can I have one?
Oh. And because Mr. Whiskers is assisting you in this attack, you also get an extra die for free.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mr. Whiskers.
Hell yeah, Mr. Whiskers.
Did you want to spend more from the pool or give me some?
Nope.
Okay.
But thank you for asking.
You just give me one, you get one more.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You got this.
7 or lower.
7 or lower.
6.
Yay!
Just one?
Just one.
Oh.
I got a 15, 11, a 14, and a 6.
That works.
Action points well spent.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shit-eating grin dice. 1 shit-eating grin, all the rest blanks.
Okay, so that's 1 damage and it triggers an effect. But also, because he helped you and you hit, Mr. Whiskers applies his own damage.
Oh.
Ooh.
His bite is 2 damage, but it's a vicious.
2, okay.
Ooh.
Shit-eating grin and a 1 bullet hole.
Oh, nice. That triggers vicious.
Vicious is awesome.
Tell us what it does, Xander.
The attack inflicts +1 damage for each effect rolled. So it's an extra damage.
Nice.
So it's you rolled 1 damage plus a Pip-Boy, so that's 2 damage plus another one for Vicious. Nice.
Right, so that's 3 damage. So your first attack only did one
Right,
damage.
Right.
Let's see where you hit him.
Oh, yes.
The face. Get him in the face.
So do I roll this for me and Mr. Whiskers? Like
It's-
1 each?
No, it's one
Okay.
attack, so
Okay.
you just determine where you hit.
Right leg.
Right leg. So you shoot him in the right leg, and then just a heartbeat later, there's a clamp of a mouth
Mm.
on that leg. No, actually, you know what? I'm picturing.
A light bite and then rake.
Yeah, with his back feet, he starts rabbit kicking his face.
Yeah. No. He leaps forward. I was kind of almost picturing a slow-mo of a certain type of motion, but it wouldn't apply to this
Okay,
situation.
okay.
So no, yeah. He is just suddenly there biting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Good boy.
So on the leg, this guy doesn't have any armor because even though he's a motorcyclist, he's a dumbass motorcyclist.
Yes.
He's not at
He
Gat.
is not at cat.
Boo.
No.
All the gear, all the time. So no damage reduction. So the first one does 1 point of damage, and the next one does 3 points of damage. This is Boo Boo, who's already suffered 1. He's suffering.
He's not feeling so
Seriously.
good. Yeah.
And so we are at the beginning of a new round. Same thing as going before.
Okay. He's got a cat on top of him.
He's like, oh, nice kitty. Oh, pain. How could it be so cute and so deadly at the same time?
I think I'm going to try to put this poor bastard out of his misery, and I'm going to try to so Mr. Whiskers is going to do that shake. Is going to
Yeah.
is going to do the shake, and which I mean is more of a dog thing, but whatever.
Cats can do whatever the fuck
Cats-
they want.
This is fucking
If cat
Mr.
wants to
Whiskers.
shake, he can shake.
He can
And
shake it.
you
Yeah.
train
Yeah.
this cat. It's your cat.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to try to put this poor bastard out of his misery before he just, I guess he's just going to bleed to
You're
death.
shooting him
probably.
again.
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot him. I'm going to try to shoot him in the face.
Well, okay, that's a called
I'm
shot.
going to call it.
All right.
I'll shoot him in
Bone.
the face.
The boat counts as one zone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll consider the boat zone. You are all on the boat in close range.
Drawing my knuckles and sliding them on, and going over to Pound Town on the other raider.
Okay.
Mr. Tasty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tasty treats.
Tasty treat.
Yeah, so the Raiders are
Get it right.
Boo Boo is going to try
They
and
have a
shake this
name.
cat off and then shoot Phyllis.
Mhm.
And at this point, they're actually going to be acting separately instead of as a group. Whereas Tasty Treat is going to get up and close and personal and just like go ham on someone with his fist.
Excellent.
All right. So so I've been pushing off. Crystal's pushing off. Where are the raiders in proximity to Crystal at this point?
They are nearby. Where are you going with this?
Because I got a tomahawk
Okay.
No,
that
you
I'm
can-
thinking of throwing
Uh-huh.
at one of these jerks who's trying to jack my stuff off my boat.
But I'm Jack.
I know. We haven't established a relationship yet, sir. We'll get there.
Yeah, these are all close range, so you can definitely. We're all in
yeah,
the same
exactly.
zone, so you can definitely do that.
I'm piloting because I have to get away from the danger zone, now formerly known as a civilized city. But
Civilized in air quotes.
exactly.
Yeah.
But my primary goal is to end the closest raider to me via tomahawk.
I don't see why that would be difficult. I've watched the movie for what was it? Prey.
Pray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's
So,
fucking
yeah,
incredible.
Tomahawks at close range, fucking deadly.
Yep.
I was just looking at the weapons list, and they don't have ranges on them, so I'm assuming they're
It's
close.
range C close. Yeah.
Well, that's, yeah.
Well, then there we go.
Yep.
Oh, throne C. Yeah, perfect.
There it is.
There's a javelin. It's the only one that's medium. Okay. Yeah. No, they're in close range, so it's perfect. You won't have any penalties. So you're just gonna try and tomahawk one of
Yep.
them. You going for Boo Boo? You going for?
Who's closest to me right now? As I'm probably piloting from the back. I'm feeling that's where the
Boo Boo will be closest.
yep.
Yeah.
I already boo-booed boo-boo in the left arm, so
Yeah. Well, but you should Boo Boo again.
Boo Boo has many boo boos now.
Boo Boo is regretting his life decisions.
Yeah.
Boo Boo's gonna be bummed into Bang Bang. I don't know. Let's go with something here. Anyway, Captain Jack, what are you doing? And you're starting the round.
So everyone on the boat is close range.
Yep. At this point, it's a straight up brawl.
Okay.
It's bikes and boys right now.
And Dyson bars.
And Panthers.
Panthers.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm just going to still try to shoot at one of these guys.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have one in particular? There's either you can go by their name or you can go by their status of wounded. Boo Boo is the closest to death, whereas what's his name hasn't actually been hit yet.
Yeah, I'm also
going to go for
Tasty
Boop.
treat.
No, I'm taking care of Boo Boo.
What's his name? Is my cousin.
Yeah, Tasty Treat is.
Yeah, I'll take a shot at Tasty.
Yeah.
As long as I got a clean shot, I'll take a.
Jacob, are you okay?
He's crying over this.
No, that was not crying.
Wincing in joy.
Something just occurred to me, and I was joking down what I found to be a rather hilarious joke. That's all.
I'll go after Tasty Treat then.
It was funny, as you said, we'll talk about it later, but my brain first heard, we'll do Taco Bell later. Like,
That can also happen.
I could go for a churro. That's all I'm saying. That's
okay, sorry. Captain Jack, I interrupted you.
Yeah.
Show him your Baja Blast.
This is Fallout. I'm getting ideas. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just taking this shot at Tasty Treat.
All right. Take that shot. Starts with 2 dice. Are you going to modify it
Nope.
at all? All right, 2 dice
Nope.
it is.
That is 2 successes.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
2. That's going to hit.
Hit location is right arm. Rolling 6 for the damage.
Ooh.
Whoa.
That is 4, 5, 6, 7
7 damage.
with 1 shit-eating grin.
Does that weapon have any
No.
qualities?
No.
Okay. Well,
Well, none that will be pertinent to this.
7 damage. Shit. 7 damage to the arm. That's going to trigger a crippled limb.
I think it's gonna blow it off. Like,
Or near there, yeah.
Drop any weapon held in that hand and the arm is broken or otherwise unable to move. Cannot perform any actions using that arm by itself or alongside your other arm. What was that? Was the left arm?
No, I think my eyes. No, this is the right arm.
Right arm. Okay.
Yeah, so his left arm was boo-booed.
Well, hold on. We haven't decided
Tasty
if he's a
treat.
lefty or a righty.
That's right.
I'm going to
But
give it a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, so-
What the hell is that?
He's a lefty. Okay, you shot his right arm out, but he basically does the Inigo Montoya, I am not right-handed, and is coming at you. Crystal.
All right, so we've been pushing off the dock already. Now these guys are on the ship, and I'm a little annoyed. So I've because Emmett failed me a little bit, right? So he didn't quite hit the mark. So I've
Literally.
got my tomahawk ready to give it a good old fashioned throw at the closer of the two, which is
Boo Boo.
Boo Boo to
Yeah,
me.
Boo Boo.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw a tomahawk at Boo Boo wherever it shall land. I think it will do a good job.
Okay. Roll it. Double hit.
That'll hit.
Yep. So
It's a close range weapon, so no modifier to the difficulty. That's all you need. Roll me the hit location and the damage.
I hit him in the right leg.
Just gonna
Again,
cripple all the limbs.
I like limbs apparently. That because
Why do you guys hate our leg?
because of snap fags are so hungry.
And do you by chance have any strength bonus damage? I think maybe you don't.
No.
Bone might be the only one who does if your bone has high strength.
All right,
Dang.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, including 1 shit-eating grin.
Damn. 4 damage to the leg. He's screams out in pain as it like chops in. It drops. He doesn't drop or anything. It's not quite a critical wound, but it's close. But it's 4 damage is
He's
a
not
hefty
feeling great.
amount.
Yeah.
It's their turn. I'm spending 2 action points to evoke the beginning of the game
Oh, Jesus.
when an arm bursts out of the water and grabs Phyllis
Yes.
by the leg. An arm reaches up and grabs you, and you pull down, you smack against the deck of the boat,
ugh.
scrabble a bit, and almost do that whole fly you fools thing, and then you're pulled down into the water.
Okay.
And Phyllis is underwater.
Excellent.
Anyway, that was the surprise reintroduction of the third raider who wasn't actually out of the fight yet.
Oh, that's
Because he's on the jet fuel. Yeah, that makes sense.
right.
Thank you. And now the other two. Okay, so Boo Boo is going to try and murder this cat.
Which he can't, so.
He can maim it, though.
Oh, no. One point away. No. I rolled a 9 and I needed an 8. These guys suck. They really do.
Well, and it's a fucking panther.
Yeah, he failed to shake the panther off, and he is still like, oh fuck, oh god, I regret all of my life choices up to this point. Meanwhile, Tasty Treat has decided that he seriously regrets all of his life choices up to this point. So okay, he is going to run the fuck away.
I mean, if he wants to try and join the crew, like
No, what are you doing? He's got so many medical expenses.
How do you think I got Emmett?
because I did change his action. He's getting a higher difficulty. He needs difficulty of 2 to leap off and swim away.
What, doesn't one of them still have a leopard on a panther on their leg?
That was Boo Boo. This is Tasty Treat.
Oh, okay.
That's 2 successes.
He's getting away.
He just like does the single finger to the temple salute.
Oh my.
Leaps into the water and just dives down out of sight.
Oh, Tasty Treat, we'll miss you.
Anyway, Bone, you're up.
Okay, free minor action, sliding on my knuckles. My major action, which is technically a change, is to go over and punch Boo Boo.
Change of target I won't really hold against you.
Okay,
you know.
cool.
Situations evolved.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Miss City. I swing and a whiff.
What'd you get?
14, 19.
14 or 19? I mean, no, you can't.
I can't.
Yep. Dice are not on your side today, Bone.
When are dice ever on Jacob's side?
Phyllis.
Wait, doesn't he get the extra action point because he's on the
yes,
jugs?
but I saved it and I didn't buy an extra D20 beforehand. So I had actually been planning on using it on something if I had hit.
Okay.
Oh, you were going for damage.
Extra damage.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay. Well, hold on. You still have the extra action point.
Yep.
Which means if you give me 1, you can take another action.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Then so I get it. You spin that one, and now you can take another action.
Well, that's a round and 2 of Miss City. So.
Okay, Phyllis.
Yes.
Things have changed since you decided what you were going to do. You are now dropping down into the water. I would like for you to roll 2d20 versus your endurance to hold your breath.
My endurance is a 6.
Oh. I don't have drowning rules immediately available in front of me, so I'm going to wing it.
Okay.
Go free balling.
For now, if you want to hold your breath, I'm going to say that it's going to be endurance check, 2d20. That's it. You just want to roll versus your endurance.
Okay, so I want a 6 or lower.
Yeah, to keep holding your breath. What is your endurance?
6.
6. Okay, yeah. Roll against it.
14 and 11.
Okay, there's probably rules for this, and I'm probably doing it terribly. And I'm sorry. I apologize if I'm doing this unfairly, but I don't. They're not right in front of me, so I'm just going to go with it for dramatic tension. He is pulling you down, and you start gulping in water. What do you do as you gulp in water and start to feel like, oh shit, you're drowning, you're panicking? Whatever you were previously going to do, you could still do. You can still attack this guy.
So I'm guessing
it's just a different target.
Yeah, I'm guessing he grabbed one of my legs. So I'm going to try to kick him in the face with my other foot.
Gotcha. So I'm going to say that because you are distressed, you're going to have a 2 difficulty penalty to this.
Okay.
So normally it'd be 1. You need 3 or higher to hit him.
3.
Just 3 successes.
3 successes with only 2 dice.
And you're going versus your strength plus melee. Strength plus unarmed.
Group, what do you think?
I'd rather you not died.
Yeah, same. Well, let's give you some more action points then.
So you're not going to spin that one?
It's just another smooth skin, right, Crystal?
I know. I think we got the luck on our side, Bone, but let them do what they're going to do.
Let's do both. Let's spend this and give you more action points. So how many dice does that give me?
2.
Okay, so I need
two extras.
Extra, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to roll below a
6 or below.
6.
I get 2 of those. Yeah, go for it.
15.
Oop.
14.
Oh boy.
11.
And
17.
Okay.
Nope.
You fail to kick him, and you start flailing into the water.
Okay.
Start of the next round. Again, working our way up to the bottom. What do you do?
I think Mr. Whiskers is going to jump in after me.
Because he's a cat and cats love water.
So
These kind of cats can swim.
Yes.
It's
actually,
true.
we have established through certain background things, which I don't think quite been brought up, but it will at some point,
Mm-hmm.
that Mr. Whiskers is not averse to water.
Yes.
No, yeah.
I mean, cats bathe themselves all the time. Why wouldn't they not like water?
No, these
So-
panthers go in the water.
Okay, so you're going to try and get out of the water, and he's going to help. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying?
he probably saw all of this happen, and he's gonna dive in after me to try to get me.
Bone.
Yes.
What are you doing?
We're going to take another swing at Mr. Not Dumb Enough to Run Away.
Okay, you're going after Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Mr.
Boo Boo.
Boo.
This Boo Boo is just so dumb. He's going for broke here. He's just like YOLO, and he's going to try and kill you.
Oh, excellent.
Crystal, what are you doing?
Well, so I'm still trying to pilot the boat away from this unfortunate situation, and my first tomahawk didn't hit perfectly, but I think I'm going to throw a second tomahawk to see if that lands a little bit better.
Okay, and Jack.
I am going to go and again just take another shot at Boo Boo.
Okay, do it.
Cool.
You're shooting.
I'm shooting.
Okay.
1 success. I think I needed 2 because it's medium range. So
It's medium range. Yeah,
I don't make it.
Yep. No, it's close range for a medium range weapon. So yeah, that misses.
Okay.
Crystal, you're up.
All right. So tomahawks back in action. Single tomahawk for this current action. And that's looking real good for me.
That's 2.
Yeah, I got 2 successes.
You sure did.
Where'd you hit and how much damage?
Oh yeah, throw the
This
guy.
little bad boy. I've been getting legs and arms today. Let me get a head or a torso.
Come on.
Seriously, Vats, get it together.
on, left arm.
It's a right leg again.
What is light leg's really fucked up, isn't it?
I'm too empathic. It really is really fucked up. I'm too empathic for these kids. They're just dumb kids. I've seen so many kids go down the wrong path. They just want them to keep their torsos and choose. Well, okay, so I got
Piece, 2.
yeah, 2 hits, 1 shitting grin for that.
2 hits. You just wanted them to follow the best path and not, go down this life of destitution and
Exactly.
crime as you kill him.
Yeah.
Says the ghoul who walks around with a bag of floor drugs.
And tomahawks.
Your slice cuts into him, and he finally stumbles, falls back, and just gasps, hits the deck, and breathes his last.
More food from a snap fang.
His last words are, "Tasty treat." Why?
You made your choices, son.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Raider doesn't want to drown, so he's swimming away.
Great.
Oh, do. I don't care about him. I'm not going to spend any points. Let's see if he gets away. He does. He's swimming. He is gone. Phyllis, you were just now drowning.
Great.
Okay, Bone, you're up.
Well, Bone is going to change his action, thereby raising his difficulty.
Mhm.
Look for some vaguely pole-shaped object and run over to the side of the boat and start sticking it in the water and slowly swishing it around to give her
So you're
something to grab
essentially
on.
helping.
Yep.
Okay. Phyllis.
Yes.
Phyllis, on your turn, I would like for you to start by we're going to once again roll 2d20 versus your endurance.
Okay. Which is 6,
You
so
need 6 or lower.
6 or lower. Just 1.
Just 1 to...
Just 1 success.
Yep, just 1.
13 and a 20.
Oh, she's having a tough day.
Oh, a
Okay.
20?
At that point, you can't hold back anymore, and
Mhm.
you gasp. And you breathe in a lung full of water, and you begin to panic and flail around. And then your cat drops down in front of you to grab and pull you up, and you realize, wait a second. What? As it doesn't feel wrong. Phyllis, you have just unlocked your secret perk.
Oh.
Gills.
Oh.
I've given everybody one.
Oh.
What?
Amazing. So I'm just chilling and breathing underwater
And
right
suddenly
now.
you're like, and the cat's looking at you like, seriously, you didn't know?
No.
As it's down there breathing underwater as well.
Oh, we can both breathe underwater. Yay. All right.
Vault-Tec does things to its people.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to be like,
Now you know why I always like taking baths.
so we're just going to swim back up to the surface. I see the
Pole.
pole.
Okay.
He's swishing around.
I was going to swim towards the splashy pole and grab on. And I'm sure the cat will just be able to, like, you know.
Mhm. There might be some rads from this exposure,
Yeah,
but
I suspect
we'll deal
so.
with that in a
I
bit.
suspect so. But I have
Yeah.
fucking gills. I mean, Ray.
Doesn't mean you can swim very well, but it means you won't drown.
Can I be a labyrinth breather?
No.
What?
That means I can gulp air from the surface or breathe through my gills.
I mean, technically you are by
Yeah, technically.
definition. You have lungs and gills.
Yeah.
Oh, so
You're-
fine.
You're
yeah.
a mud skipper, functionally.
Wonderful.
Just going to
There you
say that. That's funny.
We're in water world. It's fine.
Oh God.
So you pop up. You pull yourself up from do you have athletics?
Yes, it's it's a rank of, it's tagged and it's a rank of 3.
Okay, we won't even roll it at this point. You guppy up
I'm
the
fucking
pole
strong as fuck. Yeah.
and pop up. The cat's head pops up right next to you, and you pull yourself up onto the boat. The boat is pushing away, and there's no more danger in the immediate vicinity.
As I throw up a bunch of water out of my lungs.
My ship's so dirty. Gosh darn it.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Who's going to clean this up? Bone, I'm looking at you.
Bone is over by one of the bikes that he has got set back up and kicked the center stand out and has it up and is just shining it. And he goes, "Taunt Crystal, it's okay."
All right, Bone, I see you. All right.
Check the saddlebag, see what kind of loot's in there.
Yeah, you do have a pair of dirt bikes, actually.
One of which I am
Yeah.
like picking the dirt out of the handlebars.
And this lady trying to shoot up the chassis. Girl.
I mean, it was... anyway.
I'm going to loot the body.
Looting the body of the raider. Roll me single D20.
It's a 9.
You find 9 caps,
Ooh.
Nice.
a pipe gun.
Scrap it.
Roll 5 dice.
5.
I'm sorry, 5
D6?
D6s.
That is 4, 5.
That's how many shots he had left
1,
for that
2,
gun.
3, 4, 5.
5.
So
Sweet.
38 rounds.
Wait, 38 rounds?
5 38 rounds.
Yeah, 5.
Oh, 5 38
38
caliber
caliber
rounds. Okay, sorry.
He had his road leathers.
Ooh.
Covered with Raider symbols, no doubt. Yeah, you go ahead and you just wear those.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
a
gonna do that.
hand-drawn picture of him and Tasty Treat as like best buds forever.
Oh, that little caricature. It's so cute. Ah, gee. I feel real bad for him now. They were best of buds.
Oh, boy. Does anybody have the repair skill, just out of curiosity?
I don't think you can repair him. He's dead.
Well, I don't give
I
a shit
have-
about him.
Okay.
I have repair, it's tags, and it's a 3.
Sick.
Oh, and sorry. And I mentioned the ammo. Did I mention there was the gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So, Don Crystal, good to see you again. Sorry to crash the party, as it were. May I introduce you to my acquaintance, Chef Jacques? And this fine sherry, whose name I didn't come across when I pulled her out of an alleyway.
I'm Dr. Phyllis Smith. this is Mr. Whiskers. You can just call me Phil.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet y'all, acquaintance, Phil and Whiskers and Jack. And I hope you'll be well accommodated and willing to participate in our endeavors.
Mr. Whiskers is rubbing up against Jack like there's no tomorrow.
I am mortified.
Jack smells like food.
You just using his sandpaper tongue and just licking your jeans or whatever you're wearing.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I think you got a lot of leather, is what I heard. You're wearing some reptilian leather that I'm not such a fan of, because those are my brethren, and this is what I try to keep safe in this wasteland. So,
In this particular situation, I'd be not dressed in the leathers because I was Chef Jacques before the restaurant explosion. So,
Which is why I introduced him as Chef Jacques, because it's the only name I know him as.
yeah, there it is. Okay,
There.
missing a mustache. Got it.
Yeah. So I kind of look around and go, "Why, I'm actually begging all your pardon. The name is actually Captain Jack. So I don't know who this Chef Jacques character actually is, but I am Captain Jack. Thank you very much."
From over your shoulder, the other fellow who is helping push away Emmett. Yep. Emmett says, "You said Chef Jack? I know him. Makes some good iguana stick."
Oh, Jesus.
Well, yes, that is actually I have heard too. I heard he is quite the talented chef in the culinary experience. I envy your ability to have actually been able to eat from his fine establishments before.
Well, after all this fighting, I think we all deserve a good meal.
I'm not hungry. I'm fine. You just don't mind me.
I wouldn't say no to some food, and I'm sure Mr. Whiskers would. He'll probably just eat these bodies.
There's a body.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already going to town on whatever corpse is laying there.
Phyllis, you notice that Bone is very amateurishly dismantling the clutch for some reason.
I'm like, oh, what stop. Please stop.
It's dirty. It's dirty.
Please stop. We'll deal with that later. Please stop. Whatever you're
Goes
doing.
back to Shining.
What you're doing is wrong. Please stop.
He's holding something in one hand and something in the other. And in the other hand, it looks like one of those like Brillo pads on a stick that you can get to clean drains and whatnot. And on the other, in the main hand, it looks like he's holding a two-spout carburetor. And he's about to shove that Brillo pad through those carbs.
I'm just gonna like snatch it out of his hand. I'm
just
gonna
killed Jacob.
snatch that carburetor out of his hand.
You have to bring up traumatic events, don't you?
I would like to go through the saddlebags and the bikes and see what they have in there.
Yeah.
We can use the scavenging rules.
Yay!
Okay, in order to scavenge, just going by the basic rules of a place, we're going to consider this bike itself to be a place of scavenging. Well, there's two of them, actually. So we're going to roll one die for Xander, who is searching the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be your perception plus survival is your target.
Sweet.
I'm assuming
10.
that's good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're
Yeah.
rolling 2 dice as normal.
Oh, okay.
Yep, 2d20.
Well, that's 2 successes then.
Oh,
Nice.
shit. Yeah.
It's some of that good shit. Some of that legendary shit.
You're going to get some rolls here. And
I
if
love
you would
rolling.
like, after we've done these rolls, you can spend additional successes to get multiple rolls. So you got 1 success, which means you found something.
2 success, yeah.
And you got a second success, which
Uh-huh.
means you can, if you want, get another roll or just simply add 1 to the action point pool. So I would like you to roll a 2d20. You're rolling 2d20 and adding them together.
Ooh.
That's 10
With a 10. Okay.
if I add them together. Oh, boy. What's he got in there?
Okay. For some reason, you find 7 rounds of 50 cal ammo.
Nice.
Roll again.
7 rounds of 50 cal. Okay. That's 18.
13 rounds of 45 ammo. Roll again.
Great. All things I don't need. Love this so far for me.
Come on,
Trade
10.
good. Trade good.
5. But I don't know if a success means anything or not.
No, just add them together. 5.
Yep.
Okay. You find a carrot. Roll again.
21.
21. You find a raider harness. Roll again.
I'm not going to keep that. That I'm just going to let it go.
I mean, somebody might not have armor. It'd be useful if they don't.
That's true.
Well, your party has found a raider harness. If you so, okay, roll again.
20.
With the 20, you find a container of dirty water.
I mean, had worse things.
And with your extra success, you can get an additional roll on either ammunition, clothing, food, beverages, or chems.
Oh, beverages for sure.
Roll again. 2d20.
25.
You get a container of purified water.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
I was hoping for booze.
Well, you blew it up, dude. So, like,
Wow.
Own it.
Rude.
As he is searching through the bikes, and Phyllis and Bone are looking over them, trying to figure out if they can be repaired.
Oh, Phyllis is looking over them. I'm just cleaning them for
Okay.
some weird reason.
Explicit purpose, yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and roll that then. Phyllis, if you would like to give an analysis of these bikes, it would be based on intelligence plus repair.
So intelligence is 8. My repair is it's tagged and it's rank 3.
So 11. You need to get an 11 or lower.
11 or lower. Okay. And I just used my 2.
Mhm.
An 11 and a 6.
Ooh.
That's 2 successes.
Yes. Finally.
Yeah. One of them could probably just be put in the pool because there's not much use for the second one.
Someone shot it.
Yeah. It's clear that someone shot this bike and that it was crashed into something. So you know how it took damage.
What was I supposed to do?
Yeah. So throw 1 action point in the pool. One of the bikes is actually functional.
Okay.
The other is probably best going to be a parts bike.
Just
for
scrap.
Yeah.
Scrap. Yeah. Okay, great. And don't touch it. Bone, Mr. Bone. Is that your name?
Yeah.
Please just don't touch the bikes. Thank
Between the two of them,
you.
I look at you like you're insane.
between the two of them, you could have a full tank.
Cool.
This is the sucky model of dirt bike.
This dirt bike is significantly shittier than the normal dirt bike. Yes.
Yep.
It's the riders of this bike should never, under any circumstances, attempt to ram, drop, or perform acrobatics kind of bike.
I feel like given everything that I know that like in the long, out of game, like I know in the long scheme, like we're all going to be an adventuring party together. But I feel like in this point, I would say like, ma'am, Miss Crystal,
yeah.
I think that like, given everything that has happened on your boat and your generosity for helping us in this moment, I believe it would be only fair for you to have these 2 bikes as payment.
Well, then I don't have to barter him for him because otherwise I would be bartering you over the side of the boat. So that's a very fair payment.
That is totally fair. And I think that given everything that's happened today, that if these are valuable, that these should belong to you.
Well, you shot him up, so we're gonna find out. But I'm trusting Bone that he brought a party that's worth their weight in salt to find a way through the wastelands if we get to that point off the Mississippi.
Now, Tante, hear me. The city was collapsing. Someone was taking it over. These 2 are just refugees. He seems to be a decent cook, and as you saw, he seems to be a decent shot. I can't quite tell you what the story is about this young lady and her cat, but, Cherie seems to at least know her way around equipment.
All right.
Oh, also, I do believe I owe you a little something, and I hand over a dose of Jet.
And I put it back in my bag of
Random
unidentified.
Oh, so if I have a question.
Do you need an action point for this question, or can we just
Go.
go for it?
Can anybody explain to me what the hell is going on?
I just said that somebody's taken over the city. This happens from time to time. Oftentimes, it's a little less, normally it's an assassination or, a tete-a-tete of some sort. In this case, they went for the whole-scale riot revolution path.
It is worth noting, Phyllis, that this may be your first time ever interacting with a ghoul, let alone two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to be cool.
Cool with the ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just discovered I have gills. I'm trying to be cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I guess the fun thing about playing a Vault Dweller is like you can just be fucking clueless.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
That's
Right.
kind of the thing. Yeah.
So let me ask an NPC this. Like, I'm assuming my character would know all about the war and everything, but not anything really after that.
You might not even know about the war because the vaults sort of were last minute. The bombs, people knew they were coming,
Right.
but they came earlier than expected.
Right. Right.
So that the vaults weren't 100% ready
Yeah.
Mhm.
when the bombs started dropping.
Right.
So knowing about the war and what caused you might know things leading up to the war if
Okay.
your vault was the kind that had good history records.
Right. Right.
Yeah. If.
And
Yeah.
we're a bunch of scientists, and like, right, our whole deal was just flora and fauna conservation.
Mm-hmm.
So I could go kind of either way. At any rate, okay. So I'm trying to basically trying to figure out what my character knows and doesn't know about why she was in a vault and like what the fuck is going on. And so like my impulse for ease of storytelling is that I know about, the war and what our mission is in this vault, and that's about it.
Pretty much. Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on up here?
So if I'm just going to say, if we're trying to create community, we need to have a meal together. That's how you know if you can keep a crew. And so I hear you have some chefing skills.
Well, I mean, I have been known to have seen Chef Jacques, and he might have taught me a thing or two in regards to the culinary expertise of which he is nationally known for. So I think if we can find us something to cook with, I can definitely go and cook us something real nice for us to
So
have.
this is an interesting moment. You're like,
Mhm.
what the fuck is going on? They're like, okay, anyway. So
So we're gonna go have dinner, and I'm just like, while also trying not to stare, like.
So just imagine Crystal. She's got this beautiful black hat and a nice veil over it because she's a little vain because she was a mermaid for
Right,
a while,
right,
and
right.
she doesn't want to reveal her
Her ghoulishness.
to the and she, just trying to keep away from those critters out in the new wastelands. So you haven't quite seen Crystal's face yet, but
the hands would
but you
be
see the hands aren't looking great, and you've seen her throw some tomahawks.
You're
and,
like very Miss Havisham kind of
Yeah,
vibe going
a little bit.
on.
But I'm
okay.
trying to make sure everyone gets a meal right now, and we got some iguana on a stick from what I'm seeing, and I think that would create a nice evening meal to settle this party down.
Oh, so if you'd be so kind as to look inside your right breast pocket,
I look inside my right breast pocket.
that's where you stuck your mustache.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. I was like, let me go see what I have. Oh, give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. And I turn back around and I like fidget with it and reattach it. I'm like, Chef Jacques is here to value is the most amazing food you've ever had in the Cajun part of this country. But for first, I must go hunting for a nice animal to go and cook for us. But I tell you, it'll be the best thing you've ever had in your life.
Emmett's like, son of a bitch. You the whole time.
And I'm just standing here, like, exchanging glances with Mr. Whiskers, like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I
take my mustache off real quick. Madam, it does seem you have a particularly interesting style of attire here. I think we're all curious as to what it might be.
Oh, I was living in the vault.
I've not heard of that particular dormitory.
Goodness.
The Southeast United States of America Flora and Fauna Conservation Vault.
I've definitely not heard of that restaurant either.
Oh, so that probably means you don't know where the entrance is, huh?
I've not heard of that bar at all.
Oh boy.
The entrance, is that in Shreveport?
Okay.
Or perhaps it's in Pensacola. That might mean a little bit of a bell.
There was a bar in.
It's not a bar. Okay.
I did play a gig at.
Y'all don't. You don't know about the SEUSA Flora and Fauna Conservation Vault?
You mean the closest thing you can think of is you've heard of the Floribama Nation. But that's about
I
it.
have played a gig or two at some conservatories. Is that anything like that?
No.
Honey, are you talking about the old school alligator rescues before the fall?
We have samples of all of the southeastern United States' flora and fauna in our labs for preservation to rebuild after the whatever this apparently this.
As if on cue, a large object emerges from the water and just sort of slaps onto the deck. And you look down and you see, Phyllis, what looks to be if an alligator and a snapping turtle got together and thought that they should, and then they did,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere down the line, this would be there. And it's bigger than both of the bikes, this head that slaps on and is licking its lips, and it's kind of edging towards the body.
Oh, Snappy. Oh, I've been missing you. Oh, you're just my little munchkin, just looking to clean up the scraps.
This
Look at him
big
go.
Jabba the Hutt style tongue is kind of licking the side like it's, yeah.
What is that?
That's Snappy.
Captain Jack puts his mustache back on. Oh, that is dinner, mon chéri.
Don't make me get my tomahawks out again. This is my faithful companion, Bone Nose. This was this little baby snap fang that I raised from an egg.
Snap fang. I feel like I'm going through my. God, do I still have my backpack? I hope so. Like
I hold up a hand. My pinky is one digit shorter. Like when he was just out an egg.
He was just a hungry boy.
Yeah,
He
no.
You can't fault him for that.
It was the cutest thing in the
I
world.
feel like I start going through my bag looking for my notebook so I can start taking notes on whatever the hell this thing is.
Oh, he ain't got no teeth no more. He's of an age where all he wants to do is just be present, carry the goods, and say hi to y'all.
Oh, I think this one ain't never been to the surface before. I think I'm getting that particular idea.
No, I've lived in the vault my whole life.
What's a vault?
Oh boy.
Oh, Muffin.
You've heard of the bunkers. That's the closest local analog. They're like those big,
the above ground ones, right?
pimple-looking, supposedly nuke-proof bunkers from that company down in Texas.
Oh, yeah. I don't particularly know of no vaults, but that's interesting to me. But welcome to the surface, young lady.
Thank you. It was a surprise.
Oh, you want Captain? All right, you want Chef Jacques' surprise? We may share. I shall make this up for you really quick. Let me go into the swamp real quick and find the proper ingredients, and we shall have dinner together and converse some more.
I am fine with at this point. You know what? Let's just do that. I am hungry. I am tired. I could really use a beer. Mr. Whiskers is covered in blood and some other fluid I've not yet identified.
And we pan over and see the cat just innocently licking its balls.
Just playing the cello. What? Like, Mr. Whiskers, not in front of company.
Yeah.
Can I go and scrounge up some food to make some ingredients to make some food with?
You would need to have a location to do something like that. As it just so happens, Bo knows a place.
I do happen to remember today of a place.
I would love a place for a hot meal and some dry clothing. If you all would continue to be kind and help me out, I would be very appreciative.
Just a few miles north of here, deeper into the swamp, Bone, you know of a scavenger shack that a lot of the local who are, of the same mindset to give and take, share this location.
You remember old Randy, right?
Oh, yeah, old Randy. I know him.
He used to use a shack up here to barter his moonshine.
All right.
And so if you take the raft a couple points off the bow, if we pull for a couple hours, we should be there.
All right, I'll get that.
If that doesn't take you off your tack, I don't know what your business was in the city.
I mean, we could take on a little bit more cargo now that this fella blew up my booze. I think we have a little weight that we could gain from another cargo offset. So
what I hear you saying, Taunt, is there's a debt on the deck.
That's what I'm feeling.
Oh.
I'm owed.
I mean, if you feel like I'm happy if we can find a scrapyard or a junkyard or a Radio Shack, perhaps. I would happily fix up one of these bikes for you again as further payment and get it working for you if that would be of value to you. But I would need some supplies.
Well, I appreciate that offer, darling, but I think there's some other kind of science that you seem to be adept at that will barter on in the future.
Well, yes, I have multiple doctorate degrees in ethnobotany, biology, marine mammals,
Marineology,
marine biology, semi-aquatic marine mammals is my specialty. But Mr. Whiskers here, of course, has been a special project of mine.
Now.
He is a Florida panther where we've done a lot of work on our, trying to reverse the extinction of the Florida panthers.
I'm familiar, honey. Don't think I forgot. I know my critters.
Taunt over here is from the land of La Sirene as well.
The what? I'm sorry.
Florida, darling.
Oh, Florida. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, the old peninsula.
Yes. That's where I did my internship and was lucky enough to become a part of the flora and fauna conservation vaults. Y'all have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Okay. That's fine.
Well, why don't we get on?
I haven't heard some of these woods in an age.
It's something bringing it out of me, but why don't we get on to that next port?
I'm going to start putting the trombone together.
As you put your trombone together and Crystal begins to follow your directions and pull the barge deeper into the swamp towards the shack, the camera pulls out a little bit and we hear a little bit more of the conversation and kind of pulling out. Just, it fades into that murmuring and then we start hearing the greater sounds of the swamp and the camera goes back to the shore, kind of gets a little bit closer and we see two fellas swimming back to shore, dirty, grungy looking guys and pulling themselves up. And one of them who's got this just complete chaotic crop of different colored hair, just
William
all over the place now.
William.
Yeah,
his name's William.
Yeah, William and the other fella, Tasty Treats, swim back up to the shore.
Yeah.
In the distance, we see the fires burning over Big Lux. The smoke belching into the sky as William's like, hey, score. They reach over and find a chunk of scrap. No, it looks like that's a case of beer that has been blown free and clear from the case, from the crate that it was previously in. And almost all of them are scrapped except for 2 bottles. He reaches over and grabs one, hands it to his buddy, the other survivor of this raider attack. And the guy looks at it and holds it up. And then we zoom in. We see the label, and it has the words Uranium Moonpie. And then we fade to black.
Oh gosh, I thought of something I wish I would have said earlier.
What was that?
Okay, here we go. We're gonna do a little insert here. You can either take it or leave it. Here we go. So we're on we just had our conversation about going to have dinner or whatever, and so I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at you. I'm looking around. I finally say, "Oh, I get it. It must be Halloween, because your costumes are amazing. Bone, what are you supposed to be?"
That's racist.
Well, given I had to tear up my shirt, I'm a ghoul here with this giant chest tattoo of a heart pierced by a dagger. So you tell me.
I wouldn't know. What's a ghoul?
Oh, honey.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, bless your heart.
Leaning over and quietly going to Crystal. Oh, God. It's a smoother skin than usual.
Oh, Crystal. No, Phyllis. We love her to death, but bless her heart.
But I have no idea what is going on.
Well, that's the conclusion of our second session of play. Thoughts so far, folks?
I think we're going places.
Yeah. I'm so glad you didn't kill Phyllis.
That was a great reveal.
That was a really great reveal.
Everybody's got a secret that they don't know about
I was going to be really angry.
I could just see the look of despair on Poppy's face as she just went deeper and deeper and gasping more water. I'm like, oh no.
Well, honestly, I was thinking, what's going to happen to Mr. Whiskers if Phyllis dies?
He'll be an orphan.
He'll be an orphan with these weirdos.
He'll become Mr. Dinner.
No! You wouldn't allow that, right?
Oh, I don't care about mammals, honey.
Oh my God.
I'm a reptile. I'm a reptile kind of gal.
Bone.
I'm just sitting here playing a trombone with Snappy sitting in front of me with his neck out going.
It's weighing in the breeze.
Oh, y'all are, oh boy. Okay. What did I get myself into? But yes, I'm very much enjoying myself.
Nice. Very nice. I tried to find opportunities to insert circular references to previous things that had happened. I was like, okay, I got to bring in Snappy at some point. Just, yeah. Yep. Cool. That was our second session.
Yay!
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to more coming.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time with this. I think it's a very interesting group, especially now that we have had our first kind of interactions with each other. I think that's been very fun. And I can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah.
And Chef Shock really can't wait to make a meal for everybody. He's so excited.
As long as it's not long pig.
Oh, no, I don't touch that stuff.
Okay.
No. I didn't take the cannibal perk. You know what I mean? I'm not going to have long pig.
Yeah.
Not the long pork.
Not my thing. So no, it's just going to be other creatures. And again, this is why I had to make sure I took the survival skill, because that's where the cooking comes from, and the scavenging of ingredients and everything. So I'm just excited to keep, now that it's kind of the chef's out of the bag, as it were, and everybody kind of knows that I have a weird dual personality and people know me from different perspectives, to kind of just play that on with the group. It's gonna be fun.
I'm eager to see that come out more, and the conflict between, do I cook as Jack? What if I lose the rat tail? Do I lose my superpowers? I'm looking to see where this is going to go. Yeah.
I just happened, for whatever weird reason, remember the gesture you made when you were tucking the mustache away. And so I was like, check your right breast pocket.
C'est très bon.
Well, I'm excited to see where this goes. I have plans. I've gone all in on this.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Fallout is my jam.
Yeah.
So being able to be creative in the Fallout universe while being slightly, referential to the canon of the universe, while being able to take it into a whole new area that's never been explored in the Fallout universe and just go wild with it. I'm looking forward to where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very challenging for me not to do an accent. I am trying so hard to just do a non-regional dialect since she's been in a vault with a bunch of scientists from all over the place.
You're doing so good.
I am trying so hard.
Because we're just slipping, into every
This is
region.
new. This is a brand new game. It's something that we could probably commit to for a while. And, in longer campaigns, it can take a while to find your character's voice. So, do what you feel comfortable with.
Comfortable with.
Southern comfortable with.
Comfortable. Southern comfort.
You do what you feel comfortable with. You just get the right voice for you, and you just make it yours.
I am trying to use my real voice this time instead of a character.
Yeah.
And it is challenging since we are in the Southeast.
It's a bit of pickle, ain't it?
I'll tell you.
He's a cucumber. I'm just saying.
I'll tell you what. It is hard, y'all. It is hard, y'all.
I'm going to say this.
What?
I grew up as a Southerner, and it wasn't until I left my hometown in my 20s that I knew a pickle was a cucumber.
Yes.
Just saying.
That's how it works.
That's a cucumber.
You say
It's just
what
real
now?
big. It's a real big pickle.
Yeah. Fortunately, I like both. So, yay. Okay. Anyway, let's close this out. This has been a fun session. I think we've got at least one, maybe two more before I put them all together and launch them as a batch.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
I want there to be like stuff to listen to when we launch.
Okay, we still have an action point left. That's good.
You still have one action
Thank
point?
goodness.
I have a 3.
Okay.
Note to future self.
Don't feed the monster, people. Do
You
not
should
feed
know
the monster.
monster's hungry and it's your friend.
No.
The monster brings adversity, and adversity creates fun.
And trauma bonding. Yay.
See, there you go. Anyway, thanks, folks at home, for listening to this. Our Return to the Bikers, Dice, and Bars podcast, recorded here in Portland, Oregon. I'm NPC.
I'm just Jacob.
I am Dr. Xander, Gerrymander.
I am Poppy Beaujolais.
And if we can remember to do this correctly, we wish to remind you,
Keep it shiny side up.
Always tip your bartender.
always roll those crits.
Always drink responsibly. Pants are optional.
Oh, pants are optional.
Thanks, Dr. K.
I am never wearing pants. Ever.
I have never seen her wear pants.
Oh, wow. Oh. Thanks for joining us, friends.
Thanks, y'all, for listening to the Backers, Dice, and Bars Uranium Moonpie actual play campaign using the Fallout 2D20 RPG. If you like what you hear and you want to support the show, check out our Patreon for bonus content and special remixes. Patrons will even feature regularly as names in the ongoing campaign. Fallout, Vault Tech, Nuka-Cola, the Pip-Boy, the Brotherhood of Steel, and other related official content and components are owned by ZeniMax Media Incorporated. The 2D20 system is owned by Modifius Entertainment Limited. Bunker Safe, Cane Cola, The Short Order, and all other down-home setting components are the original creations of this podcast. All of the holotape, note, and log scripts were written by NPC. Performances provided by special guests, all of which are credited in the accompanying show notes and ID3 tags. The official theme songs were written and composed by Skip VonKuske. Most sound effects are either recorded and mixed by NPC, acquired from Tabletop Audio, or else acquired by Creative Commons Zero license. Sounds and effects requiring attribution are noted as such in the show notes and the ID3 tags of episodes in which they occur. Thanks again for listening. Y'all come back now.